everybody. My name is Patsy Collins Rogers, and this is my granddaughter, Jolie. And when my daughter, Amy, asked me to write some stories down about my childhood, I was really worried about it because when I was only 5 years old, like Jolie, my parents got a divorce, and that was a really difficult time in my life. But as I wrote the stories down, I realized how much God had healed our family. And so the stories ended up being more about how God healed the relationships in my family with my brothers and my sisters, my stepbrothers, my stepsisters, my step-parents. And so it's just pretty awesome what God did in our family. The name of the book that I wrote, which I got published, is called Dear Granddaughter, What I Want You to Know, by Patsy Collins Rogers. And I'm going to read to Jolie one of the stories that are in the book. The book is really for teen and tween age girls, but as you can see, I think the stories are pretty good for anybody of any age. Hey Jolie, I'm going to read to you a funny story that happened to me when I was 7 years old, and my sister Carol was only 5, okay? The title of this story, and there's 31 short stories, is Bonnets and Umbrellas. Dear Granddaughter, Carol and I were a pretty good team. Masters at begging and paired against Mama. We could usually wear her down until she finally relented and gave us what we wanted. We thought we were pretty smart, but often we discovered whatever it was we wanted, it would have been better for us not to ask. I might have been 7 when Mom decided to clean off the top shelf of her bedroom closet. Always curious, Carol and I plundered through the old boxes. Mom was sorting and discovered some lovely Easter bonnets, just right for wearing to church. Back in those days, lots of ladies still wore hats to church. As usual, Carol and I had an idea that clashed with what Mama wanted. We wanted to wear those bonnets to church. It pains me to remember the agonizing struggle Mom had on her hands as she tried to convince us not to wear the bonnets. But finally she gave in. We had won. At least that's what I thought. I chuckle when I remember the pride I felt as I strutted into the church sanctuary wearing my bonnet. And looking around, I got the uneasy feeling that maybe I had made a mistake. No one my age wore a bonnet. In fact, now I remembered that I had seen Carol wearing the bonnet as a baby. My cheeks burned, but I was too full of pride to remove it. Sermons often seem long, but the sermon on that day was torture. I do not remember what the sermon was about, but the message I received that day will never be forgotten. Too many times I fell into the same pattern of begging Mom for something that she knew was not best for me. At about the same age, Mom bought me a beautiful plaid school book satchel with a handle for carrying. It came with a matching umbrella. Oh, how I looked for the opportunity to use that umbrella. And one windy, rainy day while shopping with Mama, I happened to have that umbrella with me in the car. Although she warned me that the wind would break it, she was too frustrated to put up a long fight. The second I stepped out onto the sidewalk, the wind turned the pretty plaid umbrella inside out. I was just a child, but I had been wise in my own eyes, refusing to acknowledge my mother with the respect that she deserved. Now that I'm grown, I sometimes treat God the same way. Being wise in my own eyes, I turn myself into a demanding goddess who lacks true wisdom that can only be found by trusting God. Mimi. And the Bible verse that goes with it is, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. Proverbs 3:5-7. And you can find this book on Amazon. And it's Dear Granddaughter, What I Want You to Know, Patsy Collins Rogers.